Luis had always been fascinated by mysteries, but he never expected to uncover one in his own backyard. At 34 years old, he had just purchased a charming old house, one that once belonged to his childhood friend, Mateo. The two had grown up playing in that very backyard, creating stories and imagining hidden treasures buried beneath the soil. But when Mateo was about to hand over the keys, he casually mentioned something that made Luis pause. "The house has a secret in the backyard," Mateo had said, with a smirk. But no one ever figured out what it was. At first, Luis thought it was just a joke, a nostalgic story passed down over the years. But as the days went by, he couldn't stop thinking about it. What if Mateo wasn't just making it up? What if there really was something buried beneath the earth, waiting to be discovered? His curiosity got the best of him. The moment he settled into the house, he grabbed a shovel and started digging. At first, it was just a small hole. Luis expected to find an old pipe, some discarded junk, or maybe the remains of a long-forgotten pet. But as he dug deeper, he felt an inexplicable urge to keep going. Every evening after work, Luis returned to the backyard, tirelessly digging. At first, his neighbors found it amusing. They would joke with him, asking if he was looking for buried treasure or trying to create a swimming pool by hand. Luis would just smile, but deep down, he felt that there was something real hidden beneath the surface. Days turned into weeks, and his small hole had become a deep pit. His hands were covered in blisters, his arms sore from the effort. Yet, he'd found nothing unusual, just layers of dirt, rocks, and a few rusty nails. Frustration set in. Maybe Mateo had been wrong. Maybe there was no secret, just an old rumor with no real basis. He considered giving up. But something inside him refused to let go. Luis realized that blindly digging was getting him nowhere. He needed a new approach, something more strategic. That's when he got an idea. Instead of continuing to dig at random spots, he decided to use technology to his advantage. He bought a drone equipped with thermal imaging and depth scanning capabilities, hoping it would help him identify irregularities in the soil. For the first few scans, everything appeared normal. But then, something unusual appeared on the data. In the far corner of the backyard, near an old tree, the drone detected an area with irregular density patterns. The soil there was different from the rest of the yard. It had clearly been disturbed at some point in the past. Luis's heart raced. This was the breakthrough he had been waiting for. With renewed determination, Luis grabbed his shovel and began digging in the exact spot highlighted by the drone. At first, it was just more dirt, but after a few hours, his shovel hit something solid. He cleared away the soil, revealing what looked like a cement slab buried just a few feet below the surface. Confused, he carefully removed the surrounding dirt and saw a metal handle embedded in the concrete. Luis's hands trembled as he grabbed the handle and pulled. The slab was heavy, rusted over time, but after a few strong tugs, it shifted slightly. With effort, he pried it open, revealing a deep, dark hole beneath it. At first, Luis assumed it was just an abandoned water well, a relic from the past. But when he shined a flashlight inside, he noticed something unexpected. The well had been reinforced with wooden beams, almost as if someone had intentionally used it for storage rather than water. And at the bottom, covered in dust and dirt, there were several wooden crates. Curious and excited, Luis climbed down carefully, his breath shaky with anticipation. When he reached the bottom, he pried open the first crate. Inside, he found old household objects, rusted tools, and some faded documents. But as he dug further, his heart skipped a beat. Inside one of the crates was a small leather pouch wrapped in cloth. Carefully unwrapping it, he revealed a collection of silver coins, old watches, and intricate jewelry pieces that looked nearly a century old. After consulting with local historians, the pieces of the puzzle began to fit together. The house had originally belonged to a wealthy family during the Great Depression. Afraid of losing everything during the economic collapse, they had sealed their most valuable possessions inside the well, hoping to retrieve them when times got better. But history took a different course. For reasons unknown, the family never returned to claim their hidden fortune. Over the decades, the well was forgotten, covered with dirt, and eventually erased from memory, until Luis uncovered it. News of Luis's discovery quickly spread. Experts confirmed that the silver coins and jewelry were authentic, dating back to the early 1900s. Some of the items had significant historical value, and museums expressed interest in preserving them. As for Luis, he was both shocked and amazed. He had started digging out of curiosity, never expecting to stumble upon a hidden piece of history. Mateo had been right. The backyard did hold a secret buried beneath layers of soil for almost a century. Luis's discovery raises an interesting question. How many forgotten treasures, hidden wells, and lost stories are buried beneath ordinary homes? Could there be more undiscovered secrets, locked away in the ground waiting to be found? What do you think about this incredible discovery? Have you ever stumbled upon something unusual in an old home or property? Let us know in the comments. And if you love real-life discoveries and hidden mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because sometimes, history isn't locked away in museums. It's buried right beneath our feet.